Chapter 1, Section 8. Our I can statement, I can solve an equation for the value of the variable. Vocabulary, equation, and inverse operation. To make an equation, we need a mathematical sentence that uses an equal sign to show that two expressions have the same value. Some examples would be 3 plus 8 equals 11, r plus 6 equals 14, 24 equals x minus 7, 100 divided by 2 equals 50. We can use addition, subtraction, multiplication, or division. We can use variables and numbers. But the important thing is that the two sides are balanced, that they are equal. To solve an equation that contains a variable, we're looking to find the value of the variable that makes the equation true. The value of the variable is called the solution of the equation. Addition and subtraction are inverse operations, which means they undo each other. So the inverse of addition is subtraction, the inverse of multiplication is division. To solve an equation, we're going to get the variable alone on one side of the equal sign using inverse operations. Today our focus is on adding and subtracting. First, let's see if we can determine which value of x is a solution of the equation. Remember, a solution is what makes the equation true. So we have the expression x plus 8 equals 15, and the options of x equals 5, 7, or 23. Let's check them all. If we substitute 5 in for x, we get 5 plus 8, which gives us a total of 13. That is not the solution we were looking for, so x equals 5 is not a solution. Let's try 7. 7 plus 8 gives us 15. That is the solution we were looking for, so 7 is a solution. We always want to check all answers, so put 23 in. 23 plus 8 is not going to give us 15, it gives us 31. Therefore, 23 is not a solution. So x equals 7 is the solution to this equation. The addition property of equality tells us that we can add the same number to both sides of an equation and keep it balanced. Likewise, the subtraction property of equality says we can subtract the same value from both sides and it will still be balanced. We're going to use the addition and subtraction properties of equality to solve equations. Now, if you look at the equation 3 plus x equals 13, I know most of you could look at that and tell me that x equals 10 without doing much work. However, if you look at the equation negative 56.32 plus x equals negative 78.854, that's going to take a little bit more time and work. This is why we need to show our steps. The emphasis of this lesson is not as much about the solution as it is about showing how we get to the solution. So let's solve. 10 plus n equals 18. To think ahead, we could see that we know n is going to equal 8. But how do we show our work? All of your teachers in the future will expect you to show your work in a certain way. When you get to algebra next year, they're going to expect that you can show your steps vertically. So we see the variable as n. On the same side as n, we have 10. We want to get rid of those 10. So to get rid of something in math, to make it equal 0, we want to subtract 10 from both sides. The subtraction property of equality says we can do this as long as we do it to both sides of the equation. So 10 minus 10 will give us 0. We still have plus n, and 18 minus 10 is 8. Now we know that 0 plus n, because of the identity property, equals n. So really we have our solution of n equals 8. To check our work, we just substitute 8 back in for n and make sure that it gives us 18, which it does. Let's look at another one. First we find the variable. In this case now it's y. So it's y minus 11. To do the inverse of subtracting 11, we would add 11. What we do to one side, we do to the other. So you can see we add 11 to both the 22 and the minus 11. 22 plus 11 gives us 33 equals y. Negative 11 and positive 11, if you focus on the signs here, would give us 0. Again, y plus 0 because of the identity property is just y. And this could be rewritten as y equals 33. Let's check our work. Substitute 33 back in for y. 33 minus 11 is 22. Let's try another one. P minus 8 equals 9. P is our variable. We're subtracting 8, so the inverse would be to add 8 to both sides. We do this vertically. Bring down what's left. P plus 0 equals 17, which is just P equals 17. Check our answer. 17 minus 8 equals 9. Remember, the most important part of this lesson is showing your work. That is what we're trying to accomplish in Chapter 1, Section 8. Good luck.